We're with Mustang head football coach Cory Sauter on Monday morning as the Mustangs just wrapped up their daily practice. And coach, your first day of helmets and shoulder pads, beautiful weather, and a really spirited practice today. And your thoughts here that finally got the pads, not fully, but you're kind of doing some hitting now, and that's kind of getting back down to this real football season.
Yeah, it's nice to get the pads on. Yesterday we were in helmets, and we're just kind of getting ourselves understanding what the practices are going to be like. But today we came out high energy, enthusiasm, excitement, and I tell you what, we've got to have these types of days each and every day throughout practice, throughout the training camp. We only are, 17 days away from our first game, so we can't afford to have one bad one, and so far so good. We've been clean as far as injury-wise, and our effort has been tremendous, so we just need to keep on track with that, and if so, we'll make some good gains.
What are some of the things that you can implement in practice now? Obviously just a couple of days in, but is it really just your basic offense and defense, or what are some of the things that the guys are learning?
Well, we're in day 2 of our installation, so it takes about 5-6 days to get essentially most of your offense and defense in. There's going to be a few of those special situations that you got to get in later in camp, but these are critical days just to get the reps needed for our guys to understand what our identity is. And then we will include special teams. We get at least 20 minutes a day of special teams work along with meetings, so we do not neglect that end of it as well. So we're just trying to maximize our 2-hour period with our players, and making sure that we're going to get the most out of each and every period.
Of course, that's a lot different back when you played college. I mean, everybody was having 2-a-days, and things have changed over the years, and I suppose it's just that much more important to have those good practices, because you don't get as many as you used to maybe 10-15 years ago.
Right, you don't get any misses there. I mean, it's one of those things. Back in the day, you'd have 2-a-days for 2 weeks in a row, it almost felt like, and so you had a few more where you could maybe get away with some things. But here, I mean, we're playing in 17 days, and part of that is going to be game week, so you subtract from that, and so training camp is very, very small. Weather has to cooperate. Injuries, we got to be always aware of those things as well. So it's not like spring ball where you have a couple months to get yourself healed up. I mean, if you have a major injury, it's going to affect our season. So our kids understand that. As we get deeper into camp, we've got to make sure to continue to remind our players, because they're hitting each other all the time, and they get a little bit of work, a little worked up, hitting the same guy all the time. So tempers begin to flare. So we just got to control those going into that second week of training camp, and if so, we'll be in good shape.
All right, Coach, great job here today, and we'll talk to you later on in camp.
All right, thanks, Kelly.